If you're a dog person, you know there's that one question that's kind of always floating around in the back of your mind. Well, today we're going to get to the bottom of it.
Right? This is the big one. Is my dog really, truly happy? I mean, we see them wagging their tails, we get those excited greetings at the door, but what if I told you that what we think is happiness isn't always the real deal? Yeah, it's a lot more interesting than that. And this is pretty much where we get it twisted. We're wired to see all that high energy stuff, the jumping, the barking, the nonstop excitement, and we think, wow, what a happy dog. But the real signs, they're actually a lot quieter. They're things like calmness, confidence, comfort, a deep feeling of security. So the very first thing we have to do is kind of hit the reset button. We need to completely redefine what happy even looks like for a dog. It's a total shift in perspective.
Okay, so here's our new definition. True happiness for a dog isn't about that frantic, constant excitement. It's this deep, underlying feeling of being calm, comfortable, and just totally confident where they are. That feeling of security isn't just a piece of the puzzle, it's pretty much the whole puzzle.
So, how do we actually see this? How can we tell if our dog feels secure? Well, they're giving us clues all the time. We just have to learn how to read their secret language.
The most obvious clues are right there in front of us. I mean, a dog's body is basically a running commentary of their feelings. You really want to look for a combination of a few key things.
First, just a relaxed, loose body. No stiffness, no tension. Then, look at their eyes. Are they soft or are they hard and staring? And number three, this is the big one, the right kind of tail wag. Because trust me, not all wags mean what you think they mean.
Just look at the difference here. A genuinely happy wag is loose, it's flowing. Sometimes it involves their whole body. You know that amazing full body wiggle I'm talking about? But an anxious wag, totally different. It's stiff, held way up high like a flag, or tucked way down low. Sometimes it's just the very tip twitching back and forth. The way the tail moves tells you everything. And beyond just body language, happiness is written all over their daily routines. A secure dog will actually come up to you and initiate play. They'll eat well, they'll seek you out just to be near you, not because they're nervous, but just because they like your company. And maybe the biggest one of all, they feel safe enough to completely power down and get a good, sound sleep.
And hey, what about those absolutely manic zoomies? You know, when they just tear around the house? Believe it or not, that's a great sign. It's a pure explosion of joy that can only happen when a dog feels totally secure. But just as important is the total opposite, a dog who can just be calm and settled in your presence. That's maybe the highest compliment they can pay you. It means you are their safe place.
You know, to really understand what happiness looks like, it helps to know what it doesn't look like. So let's flip the coin for a second and talk about the signs of stress and discomfort.
And seriously, if you're consistently seeing behaviors like the ones we're about to cover, it's a pretty clear signal that something in your dog's world is off.
Notice how these are the direct opposites of everything we just talked about. A tense, rigid body instead of a relaxed one, hiding instead of seeking you out, a sudden loss of appetite. Just remember, these are never signs of a bad dog. They're signs of a stressed dog. Okay, so knowing all this, what can we actually do? How do we build that solid foundation of security for them? Let's get into the stuff you can start doing today. Honestly, it boils down to these 5 key things: good exercise and things to keep their brain busy, a predictable routine they can count on, real quality time together to build that bond, and finally, just remembering that every dog is an individual. This is the recipe. These are the building blocks for a happy, secure life. So when you put all of this together, something amazing happens. You stop just looking at your dog and you start really seeing them. You're learning to speak their language. So, if you take away just one thing from all of this, let it be this right here. The happiest dogs aren't the most excited ones. They're the most relaxed and secure. They're the ones who feel so safe in their world that they can finally, truly let their guard down. Which brings us to one last thought. Your dog can't use words. They can't just walk up and tell you how they're feeling. But they are never silent. Their body, their behavior, every little choice they make, it's all part of the conversation. They're always showing you. You have the translation guide now. You know the language. So the only question is, the next time you look at your dog, what will you see?